Okay, so I'm here today with Lindsey Combest, who is the founder of Mountain Peak Massage Therapy. And today we are in her creative habitat, her massage room, which has a beautiful view of the mountains in Colorado Springs. So Lindsey, let's go ahead and get started. What inspired you to start this business?
I think it's a good question. I think I had it in my mind that I wanted to own my own business one day, and it happened much more quickly than I would have expected. And I was simply just working part-time, keeping it very simple, part-time out of just one little tiny room here, and it just continued to grow. And it's been neat. I think where I originally wanted to start was just impacting lives and in whatever way, and it just happened to be massage therapy. So it's a fun journey that is slowly beginning and continuing on.
Excellent. And didn't you say you have a few other massage therapists working with you and for you?
Yeah, I have 3 other gals that work with me, fantastic massage therapists, and really great gals, and just a neat environment to come and for them to feel comfortable in, as well as to be able to serve and just serve people in a really unique way.
And you recently just added them to your team?
Yeah, I would say it was just me for probably about 6 months, and then I added on another gal shortly after, and then a few other gals joined the team, and it's been fun so far. We get to go out maybe once a month or once every other month and just kind of talk and catch up. Sometimes we just walk past each other and don't quite catch each other, so it's good to get to know them more and spend that time with them.
Awesome. Okay. So next question, what is a risk you had to overcome to start this business?
That is a good question. I would say I've never taken any sort of business class, so wanting to own my own business and starting it completely from scratch was an interesting feat, an interesting, just kind of challenge to accept, but it just sort of started happening, and it happened slowly, but kind of a steady pace, and it's grown rather quickly. And I think a challenge too is the fact I get to be a single mom, and it's a huge blessing. It also has challenges that come with it, so that is also, there's a type of pressure that probably I put on myself more so than anything, regarding being able to provide for myself and my son, but then not to be too overworked where I don't get to enjoy being a mom. So I think that balance has been an interesting one to find.
Awesome. And just a small little detail here, Lindsey and I both had sons about the same time, within a week's time, and we didn't know this, but we both named them Caleb. So you have excellent taste in names. I love the name of your business and of your son.
Thanks, Becca. Great minds think alike.
Yes, they do. Okay, so next question. What is one creative habit that has helped you develop your business?
One creative habit. Well, I think this is kind of a little, it's a very little detail, but it's actually it was a fun one, and it was simply just building. I have a couple different rooms that we work out of, and simply building those rooms. The business setup is an interesting one, and so it's just like decorating really is something that was just fun for me, because it's like, how do I make this room comfortable for us as massage therapists as well as our clients, and giving each room kind of its own character and its own spin. So it's nice because it's a nice place to be. People feel relaxed in here. So as silly as that might sound, just decorating and kind of doing that type of a thing, finding good deals on pretty things, it was fun.
Excellent. Yeah. Yes, it's a lovely room. I feel very calm as soon as I walked in here. All my craziness of the day just left with me, or left out the door.
Good.
Okay, and again, I just want to point into her awesome view. It's so beautiful.
It is. I get distracted
Pikes
sometimes.
Peak.
Yes.
All right, so here's the big question. There's 2 more. How do you balance motherhood with running your massage therapy business?
I think that changes pretty, not consistently, but it's not always the same. There was a point in time where I told myself I needed, to get to a certain point. I set goals, and at that point in time I was working a bit longer hours, longer days, more days than maybe I would have wanted to, simply to reach that certain goal. And then I told myself once I get to that, I'm going to cut back on hours so I can consistently, be doing a good job at, being faithful in this business, but then also being faithful to my son. He's just over a year and a half, and they're only that little for a short time. So it's really important to me to have that time. So I just simply, I think goals and sticking to them was really helpful for me, but then also saying, these are my days off, and these are days where I really turn the volume down on work, and I get to turn the mommy volume up, and just, goof off, have play dates, go on walks, just roll around in the ground with my son. So I think it's just setting aside that time and sticking to it, even though sometimes it can be hard when there's a long list of things to do. But being a mom is definitely at the top of the list, and it's a good thing.
It definitely seems like you are doing a fabulous job running your business and being an amazing mom. So I'm even learning from you in this interview. Okay, so this is the final question. The reason I like to ask this one is because, the goal of these interviews is to help inspire other women who may already have a business or want to start one, or even just, start a ministry or something creative of their own that they have an idea for. And it's to kind of encourage them to do that, because there's amazing people you meet as a result. So I'm getting to meet you. We kind of knew each other before, but I'm getting to learn more about you by doing something I felt led to do and starting Creative Habitat. And so my question for you now, to turn it back, is name one amazing person you have met as a result of developing this massage therapy business.
One person, that's hard. I see quite a few people on some days. I think the most recent person, a client of mine who was actually just in the other day, and he was a new client. He was a sweet man, maybe upper 50s, knocking on the door 60s, somewhere in there, and he's very kind of subdued and quiet when he walked in, which is nothing to question. And I found out that recently his wife had passed away unexpectedly, I think 2 months prior to when he came in for his massage, and he just told me a little bit of his life story, and it was touching, to say the very least, and just wanting to hear about the good memories that he had with his wife and made with his wife. And he's 100% Italian, and he was telling me about their trips to Italy and their children, 2 of which are with him now and spending time with him, and they bought him a gift certificate for a massage, and he came back the very next day for another massage, and he's coming back for more. So he is a hard worker and faithful. He loves the Lord, and it was just a wonderful meeting and a wonderful conversation, and really encouraging to see that the work that I've been enabled to do has an impact on those who are emotionally hurting, but then also he beats himself up. He's a construction contractor, so his job is not easy. So he definitely physically is hurting as well. So it's neat to see, just an aspect of healing in a lot of those different aspects. So he was an encouragement, and a very jolly old man, older man.
Well, I'm sure, you have such an impact on many of your clients, and thank you, for taking the risks you talked about to start this business. I'm sure, I wish I had more time to stay for a massage. Yeah. But thank you for developing your creative habits and inspiring us to do the same. So I look forward to staying in touch and seeing your business continue to grow, and just, your purpose and this way that you're serving people continue to grow.
Thanks, Becca. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.